If today is your first time, you are welcome, and if you want to join us, please click on the red subscribe button below. So guys, today from the caption you already know what we want to talk about. If you see me looking down, just know that I'm trying to look at my phone because I have everything on my phone and I'm going to be looking at it. I'm going to be using it as a reference, so please don't be pissed when you see me looking down. Now let's get started. You have received your admission letter. In fact, you have gotten an admission. Congratulations. So the next step is your visa application. You want to know what it entails, what to do. So today I'm going to be guiding you. It's going to be a step by step. So the first thing you need to do is go to the US Travel Docs website. I'm going to be putting the link below in the description box, so do well to check it. Basically, if you're coming to the US to study, you need to apply for what they call the F1 visa. That is the visa for students, international students. Number one is a non-immigrant visa electronic application, which is also known as the DS-160 form. I'm going to put the link, so do well to check the link to see where to get that form. Number two is the passport. Now, when I say passport, it's not like a passport photograph, but your international passport. This is what it looks like, international passport for Nigerians. And this passport has to be valid. If you are going to be applying this month now, it shouldn't be a passport that will be expiring next 2, 3, 4, 5 months. No, it should have at least 6 months validity. And usually you can't even renew your passport if it has more than, like, let's say 6 months validity. You can't renew it. So, but if you have less than 6 months, so try to get a new international passport before applying, so that it's not just that immediately you come to the US, you start looking here and there where to renew your passport. I'm not sure they're going to even attach the visa to a very old passport. So you need a passport that is at least 6 months valid. Number three on the list now is your passport photograph. I think you know that one, and they have a specific size they want. It is 2 by 2, that is 5 cm by 5 cm. If you go to a photographer, tell them you want it 2 by 2. In fact, most of them knows that. Just tell them you want to go for US visa interview and just explain everything to them. They're going to give you the correct one. It's something like this, basically 2 by 2, like they are all, I think, all equal sides, and yeah, something like that. So I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. And one thing you should know about this passport photograph, you have to come with the size they want. Even when you're going to be filling your DS-160 form, you're also going to put that on the you're going to upload that picture while filling that form. So you need, if you go to the photographer, make sure to tell them to give you the soft copy as well. When I say soft copy, let them transfer it to your phone or your flash drive, something like that. So you need it because you're going to upload it, and you also need a hard copy. Do well to get you both. Number four on the list here is a receipt showing payment of your US $160 non-refundable non-immigrant visa application processing fee. It has to be paid in your local currency. For Nigerians, the only place you can pay this money is GT Bank. You just have to walk in there, tell them you want to pay your visa application fee, and make sure to go with your international passport because you need it. That is the form of identification that is acceptable. So you need that receipt. So when you're going to be going for your visa interview, make sure you're going to go with that receipt. You don't want to lose the receipt. Number five is what we call Form I-20. You need it. A couple of you have been asking me, do I need the original? Do I need to go with my original Form I-20? Yes, you need to go with the original Form I-20. It is written on the website, an approved Form I-20 from your US school or program, and it's usually the original. In fact, every document you are going with on that day, you have to go with the original. There's nothing like photocopy. Please go with the original copy. Number 6 on the list is your SEVIS fee receipt. You have to go with that one. You also need it to when you also need it when you're applying for your visa, because that is where your service ID and everything basically to the proof that you've paid the money, the proof that your school is an approved institution, stuff like that. So that is, you need it. we just talked about the application items. Those are the basic things you need to go to the visa interview with, and those are the things you need to have when you're trying to apply for your visa. So now I'm going to be talking about the supporting documents. Okay, so guys, they are going to, these documents, they're going to look at different things: your family situation, your long range plans, your prospect within your country of residence. So there is a caution: do not present false documents. No, you don't want to do that. So fraud or misinterpretation can result in permanent visa ineligibility, or permanent ban. So present original documents. Don't go and present fake things. Don't try it. These are the supporting documents you need to bring to the interview. Number one on the list here is documents demonstrating financial, social, and family ties to your country that will compel you to return to your country after your program of study in the United States. And you know better. What is that document that is going to prove that you will come back to Nigeria, you will come back to Togo, you will come back to Ghana, you will come back to Turkey, you will come back to wherever country you are applying from? So what are those documents? What can you... I know sometimes, basically, when you are still a young graduate, you just finished your master's program or you just finished your undergrad program, you don't really have enough things to show tie. But some of you that are already working, that you just plan to come and do your master's and go back immediately because you already have a job, that should be a good tie to your home country. So you need to get a letter from your place of work showing that you're going to come back, you have a job, and you're going to come back to your job basically, and stuff like that. Okay, another thing is your financial documents. These are documents like your bank statements, who is funding you, who is sponsoring you. You need to get a letter from your sponsor, your parents, whoever that is sponsoring you, to show willingness, like some people go to the court to do an affidavit to show that, okay, this is the person sponsoring me, they sign it and all that. So you need to get those kind of documents. You can't just come and tell me that so is sponsoring you with the words of the mouth. It's really difficult to believe. So you need to get like a paper evidence. So tell your sponsor to write you a letter and stamp it, sign it on a letterhead paper, whatever works for you. Get that letter, and also get their bank statements. You want to also show that they can afford that money. It's not just by writing a letter. Let them give you their bank statements. You should have enough money to be able to fund you for at least your first year of study. It's not like you have your first year of study will cost $12,000 and you are showing a bank statement that has exactly $12,000. I mean, there's going to be a problem because they are going to assume that, okay, you people, like, what is that person going to survive on? Is the whole money there just for your school fees? That do you get? Like, it's kind of fishy. They have exactly the amount you need. What other, like, you get? How do I explain it? So you need to know that these people you are going to meet, they are smart. They are using psychology on you. So you need to put your application well. So try to get more than the required amount in your bank statement. Another thing again, only original copies of bank statements, scholarship award letters, etc. That is what they're going to accept. Only original documents. I've said that before. Don't go with photocopy or anything. Wait for your original form I-20. Wait for the original bank statements. Wait for everything original. Okay, and another thing on the website, it says if you are financially sponsored by another person, this could be like an uncle, I don't know, your employer. Is it employer? Yeah, so this is what it says. Bring proof of your relationship to the sponsor, such as your birth certificate, the sponsor's most recent original tax forms, and the sponsor's original bank statements, and or fixed deposit certificates. So basically this is the same thing I've been saying. So go and get proofs of those things. These days we don't believe what people say. We want to believe what is on the document, okay? Another thing, for those of you who got scholarships, assistantships, make sure to go with those letters, the original one. Make sure you go with the original letters. Tell your school to courier them to you. You know you have to pay for the courier, okay? Tell them to send them to you, mail them to you. You need to have the original copy. I think I'm overemphasizing on this thing, but please, you should know that. Documents that show scholastic preparation. Useful documents include transcripts. Original copies are preferable. Here, you see, they like this original thing. With grades, your grades, public examination certificates. For Nigerians, we have the WAEC, the NECO, scores. Then we have the standardized test, which is the TOEFL, GRE, GMAT, SAT, and diplomas. So everything original. Like when I was going for mine, I went with my transcript. In fact, I went with my NYSC certificate. I went with it too. Can you imagine? Like I know I'm a bit extra, but it is better to be extra than you did not go with things that are required. Go with others. In fact, I went with my birth certificate. I went with what else did I go with? I went with a lot of things. So any document that you know that will help your application. Those are the supporting documents, so you need to go with them. In fact, you can even go with your blood your blood group. No, I'm just kidding. So please make sure to go with all the forms you think is going to help your application. Guys, if you do have any questions, send me an email or drop your comments below and I'll try to reply them as soon as possible. Thank you for watching today's video, and if you want more gist, as usual, catch me in my next video. Bye.